telling me.
Hey everyone, this is our little puppy starting to do the potty training on the tray over here with alfalfa chips. To continue with the video, I will tell you step by step how we get this started. But as you can tell here, this is their little area and it kind of keeps everything secure in here. The kennel, the potty tray, and toys are still in here. Now let's look at this setup. If your dog having trouble getting potty trained, one thing we recommend here is set up this area in your house. Some people want to crate their dogs. We have our crate over here, but we also confine the area to where they can just use the bathroom. So what that means is, if they did have a mistake, they would only mess up that area. As you can tell here, we have hardwood floors, but you can also tell that we have put down linoleum that you can buy at any of your hardware stores, and it makes sure that we don't mess up our hardwood floor if they do have an accident. And it's also very easy to clean and sanitize. So the first thing we want to look at here is we have our poop tray, as we call it. Inside our poop tray is alfalfa chips or alfalfa pellets. This will absorb the moisture of a bowel movement, one or two. Sometimes you can even pick up, just like you would cat litter, you could actually scoop up the bowel movement and take it outside. We have toys that can be played in here, and we also have our crate for nighttime that we can put our puppy in. But this helps them transfer over, because a lot of our puppies are just not old enough to hold their bathroom for long periods of time. If you let your dog freely run around and they start using the corner of your room as their bathroom, that's now going to turn into their bathroom area. So you need to be very consistent on what you're doing. As you feed the puppy, they will use the bathroom. So we can actually feed them in here. Once they get through feeding, they will go use the bathroom area, which is the alfalfa chips here. We also have a bigger tray if you have a bigger dog. Boot trays that you can find that have high walls and stuff. The alfalfa chips is a grassy smell, plus it absorbs moisture very good. Again, your basic setup here, this is a little pen you can buy online. It doesn't need to be very tall, especially if you're bringing in an 8, 9, 10 week puppy. Great place for them to stay here. As you can tell, it's a very cheap setup. You should already have a crate. If you have a tray, buy some alfalfa chips or pellets, and it's grass, so it's not harmful to the puppy if they happen to eat it, but most of the time they're going to use that. And what we do with these alfalfa chips, we will now take these outside, wherever we're going outside to use the potty with our dog, is dump those in that area. And now the puppy goes outside and goes, oh, another bathroom is here. I smell the same thing I smelled inside. So those alfalfa chips are a grass smell, and it's a great way to transfer that learning outside. But this is one of our tips that we use. We start our puppies off this way, and as we get a puppy and bring it home, this is how we start our first couple weeks, is this way. Now, do we still open this and take our puppy outside? Of course, we still want to do that, but we want a place inside where if they do have to use the bathroom, they can use it. Again, most of these puppies are not going to be able to hold their bowel movement for that long. So again, we have our alfalfa tray here. You can put more alfalfa chips in there. In the beginning, I put few because it's not a very stable walking place for them. And they love that smell though from the beginning. And then we also have our crate over here, and we can also feed them in here. And we also have toys in here. So this is going to be a great way to start your puppy off on the right track. And guess what? Your puppy's not going to have an accident on your carpet, because this is where they're staying at here. Unless they're unless you are taking them out and playing with them. When they get done, you put them back over here. Even if you don't have a crate, this can still give them that presence of, this is their den over here. This is their area they can chill out, and that area where they feel secure and safe. But it's a great place to get started. Once your puppies can handle this and being left alone in this area, even though it's not enclosed like a crate, it kind of transfers that over to them later, that they feel safe and secure, and now they have a place they can chill out. We just recommend this to start with, especially the first 3 or 4 weeks a puppy goes home, because this is going to give them a good start. Again, transfer potty training, pull them out of here, take them out the door, your alfalfa chips that are here, throw those out where you want your puppy to use the bathroom. They're going to decompose because they are grass. And so it's just going to help them transfer that learning, because every time they go outside, they're going to smell those alfalfa chips again, and they're going to be like, oh, here's the bathroom area also. We did not get rid of our crate, so make sure that you are still trying to do that crate training, and join us again for another episode of how to get your puppy started potty training.